Hi, I just wanted to tell everybody a little bit about the images I chose for this week. This was from an engagement session I shot today in Asbury Park. It was about 3 p.m. in the afternoon, so the sunlight was getting warm. We tried to beat the rain, and we did. This one was taken at ISO 160 with my 24-70 lens at 68 millimeters, f2.8, and the shutter speed was 1/3200th of a second, 3,200ths of a second. I posed them, and I had her, I went a little to the side so I could see the side of her body, because when I was straight on, it looked like they were coming up out of holes in the sand. So I went a little to the right, and I had her put her feet up like that because I thought it was cute with the sand on her feet. All right, so let me go to another one here. This one, okay, this one, I slowed the shutter speed down to 1/25th of a second. And we're on the boardwalk, so there were a lot of people passing by. So what I did was I posed the couple. I told them to stand completely still. I didn't bring a tripod. I usually don't. And I braced my hands against my body. And before this car came through, or bicycle car, whatever it is, you could see right here where I'm moving the cursor. I made sure that the light in the tunnel was behind their bodies, so they were framed in that light. I thought that looked better than when they had the dark wall behind them. So I slowed the shutter speed down to 1/25th of a second, and I like that the little girls turned to watch them. My aperture was f20. I used my 16 to 35 millimeter lens, and the focal length was 32 millimeters. ISO was 250. Okay, I also took some with some skaters and people walking past, but I liked the colorful cart and the two girls best out of that series of pictures. Okay, this one, the bride and groom. Sorry about my busy desktop. The bride and groom wanted a picture in front of this poem or quote. So instead of the rule of thirds, I used the rule of halves, and I wanted to split it half of the poem, half of the bricks, and I put them over to the left side, and I chose to make this monochromatic, black and white, because the mural on the right side of the image was very colorful, and I felt like the colors were really taking away from the words. So by turning the whole image black and white, I liked how the curved lines of the mural are still there. I thought they played well against the Michelle's hair. And that's it. So that was that one. Oh, I had to say what it was. ISO 160, I used my 24-70 lens. Focal length was 35 millimeters. F2.8 with a shutter speed of 1/800th of a second. Okay, this one, we did a fun jumping picture. I made her take off her 9-inch heels and change into her flip-flops. I laid down on the boardwalk so they would appear to be jumping higher. The first couple I took, the groom-to-be had he jumped, but his legs were straight, so it looked like he was levitating. So I redid it, and I had them both bend their knees, which also gave the effect of them jumping much higher than they were as well. This one was ISO 320. I used my 16 to 35 millimeter. At the focal length was 24 millimeters. The f-stop was 2.8, and the shutter speed was 1/8,000th of a second. Okay. I'm just looking at my notes. I'm having a hard time thinking that was f2.8 because the people back here don't seem blurry at all. So I'll have to look at that again when I post it. Okay, the last one, and my favorite one, is a silhouette from inside the casino building. This was taken with a fast shutter speed again because I wanted to get the silhouette. So with a very fast shutter speed with something backlit, you get the nice silhouette. And I framed this one off to the side. I didn't want it centered. They are centered, but the opening, that house-shaped opening, is over to the left. So this one was ISO 320, and I used my 24-70 lens at 52 millimeter focal length. This f-stop was 2.8, and the shutter speed was 1/8,000th of a second. And that is it. I thank you for watching.